Hello, everyone. It's FRAZELMA LYNN, the Parenting 911 coach. It is Tuesday, 11:33 Central Time. I hope you all have your lunch. I hope you are ready to just talk a little bit about parenting, one of my favorite subjects. So we are starting something new. We're spinning the wheel that has questions, doing parent trivia. And the question this week has been, who should discipline in a blended family? And we're going to talk about that for just a little bit. Remember, you can add comments or questions. And if I don't get to all of that in these 10 or 15 minutes that we talk, I will respond. So let's talk about discipline first of all. Most people understand blended families. That just means where you're going to have children that you are not the biological parent of, that you are helping raise, love on. You still need a structured home, even in a blended family. You still need discipline. You need deep communication. I mean, come on, that it doesn't matter what type of family, all families need those parts. All right, we need those are the foundational parts of a family. But the question says, who should discipline in a blended family? Which means we have to understand first what discipline means. Discipline itself doesn't really mean what we think. All right. It doesn't really mean what we think. That's also the reason why I have a new book coming out. And that new book is really about discipline. The title catches you off guard. And the title is You Need a Butt Whooping. But the truth is, we have to understand what discipline really means, because normally we interchange discipline with punishment. We even interchange discipline with consequences. So let's talk about what discipline really means so that we can get a better understanding of the answer for this question. Discipline, my definition, it is structured. There are three parts. The first part of discipline, of course, is to instruct or to tell someone something to do. Once you tell them what to do, if they can do it to your satisfaction, great, no problem, no worries. But if they can't or don't do whatever you've instructed them to do to your satisfaction, discipline means now you model for them what you want. You show them, you teach them, you explain to them why do it this way. And you show them. Once you've shown them or taught them what to do, modeled it for them, then you practice. Practice, practice, practice. And after that, practice some more. Because children have to practice just like we do and get in a pattern, in a habit of how to do things a certain way. Now, that's discipline. That is discipline in a nutshell. Instruct, tell them what to do, teach, show them how to do it to your satisfaction, and then practice, supervise, guide them as they are practicing. You guide them. If they are missing a mark or not doing something quite right, you jump in, show them, and let them continue to practice. That is empowering children. That's empowerment, because now they'll be able to do that thing for themselves on their own. If they choose not, one thing about empowerment allows you to have a choice. If they choose not to do what you asked them to do, taught them to do, practiced with them, and you know they can do it, no question, but they are choosing not to, then a consequence should follow that we call a negative consequence. Because understand, consequences come with absolutely everything: the good, the bad, the ugly, the in between. Every action, every choice, let me use that word, every choice activates a consequence. So a consequence is coming, whether it's a positive consequence or a negative one, whether it's a natural one or a logical one. A consequence comes with every choice we make, whether you're an adult or a child. If your children choose not to follow the discipline that you've practiced, then a negative consequence comes. It doesn't matter which parent administers the negative consequence. Yes, it could. It would be great if parents were on the same page and talked about it and brought the children into this conversation and talked to them about it. So, who should discipline in the blended family? Both parents. Your question really is, who should administer the consequences? Well, based on what the consequences are, either parent. So parents need to be on the same page. This is one area before you become a blended family that you need to talk about. You need to talk about discipline, what it is. You need to talk about the consequences. Maybe we'll talk about that next week, how you can create multiple consequences, a list of good consequences and negative consequences, positive and negative, likes or dislikes, whatever you want to call them, but come up with a list. And so we'll talk about that list next week. I hope that answered your question. So look, join us every Tuesday, 11:30 for lunch, and we're going to just start going through the parent trivia, answering questions, working out concerns, problems, issues, because every parent at some point along this journey needs a coach. Now, please go to www.parenting911.org and you can join our membership, subscribe to that. We teach every Tuesday evening, 5:30 Central Time, and there are some other perks that you can get. Also, our new book is coming out, so please check Facebook, look for the post, be one of the first 50 people so you can get a free copy of the book. It will be coming out at the end of the month. All right, have a great rest of the day, and thank you for joining us for Parenting 911.